Welcome, welcome, welcome. Guess what? We live, y'all, for Wednesday Live Empower Hour. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come on in, come on in. And you know what? While we are getting ourselves together over here, guess what I'm about to do? I'm about to get us logged in on that other platform we be on. Okay. You know, they be a little sensitive when you start mentioning other platforms. So I'm not going to mention no other platforms. I'm just going to go ahead and log us on. Let's see. How you guys doing today? Welcome. Somebody just got on. Let me know who you are. Say something. Say something. So let's see. Now you guys, I was talking to someone about this the other day. Have y'all experienced where you will do something all the time and then you'll forget how to do it? That happens to me so much. Something that I do all the time, I forget how to do it. So let's see. How do we go on? Hey, Z, how are you? Welcome. Good to have you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I have some exciting news to share with you guys today, too. So I will share that with you. Let's see if this is how I do it. No, that's not how I do it. This is so crazy that I cannot remember. I believe I know now. How are you doing today? Oh, you're good. Awesome. I'm doing good too. I've been really tired lately, but outside of being tired, I'm really good. Thank you for asking. Okay, let's see. Let's see if we can do it from this way. Let's see. Here we go. Someone else just joined us. Who just hopped on? Let me know. Say something in the comments. Okay, so we're getting logged all in on that other platform too that we go on. I was just sharing how sometimes they're a little sensitive when you mention other platforms, so I'm not gonna mention it by name, but we're gonna get logged in. Okay, let's see. There we go, like that. And here we go, like this. All right. So welcome, welcome. A few more people just hopped on. Welcome. Go ahead and let me know who you are by leaving a comment. So here's the exciting news, you guys. My son got his permit today. He got his permit. So you may or may not have noticed that it was 5:01 when I got on. We were out there doing that, and then I had to go potty before I got on with y'all. Otherwise, I would have been leaving you like I did last time to go use the bathroom. So how you feeling today? How's everybody feeling? Hi, MGC. Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome. Welcome. Go ahead and leave me a comment and let me know where you're tuning in from. What city and state are you in? Let me know. Ooh, my shirt's all open, y'all. What kind of show is this? What we doing today? Hey, my beautiful sister. Hey, Diamond. You guys go ahead and follow Iridescent Soul Center. Over here on YouTube and TikTok. That is my sister in light, and she is amazing. So go ahead and give her a follow. Hi, 44 Tarot. How are you? Welcome to Wednesday Live Empower Hour. So I'm just giving everyone an opportunity to go ahead and join us, you guys, to get logged in. Join us for hey, Deasia. You guys go ahead and follow Daisy Divinity. Hey, Anitra, how you doing? How you doing, sis? So you guys, listen, I got a story to share with you. The story that I have to share with you is the fact that I almost didn't come on today for Empower Hour, and it was our sister Anitra that changed my mind because she had posted in our retreat group chat that she was looking forward to it, and it was all hype, and I was all like, because I'm exhausted, y'all. I'm like really tired, just keeping it real with you. And then today, my son went and took his test for his permit, and he passed it. And so, I have a few more errands after, and I was like, you know what? I'm probably just gonna wait till next week. But her excitement and enthusiasm had me like, okay, we doing it. We doing it, y'all. So yeah. Yeah. And check out Soul Care Tea. Check that out too, you guys. They're having a big sale. So check it out. Check it out. Hi, Blue Stripe Bankroll. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Okay, you guys. So y'all have rolled on in. I'm glad you're here. Typically, and thank you, Deasia. I appreciate you. Typically, we do our breathing exercise for our grounding, but we're not going to do that today. Okay, we'll resume that next Empower Hour, so that you have that quick exercise. If you haven't already done it today, I recommend you do it so that you can just ground and center yourself. But I'm going to go ahead and go straight into the messages and see what Spirit has for us. I grabbed a couple of decks that I haven't used in a while. And I'm really excited because it's like a new toy for me, you know. You guys remember when you were a child? I don't celebrate Christmas now, but I used to as a child. And you get your new toys, you'd be all excited to play with them, and then after a while, you get kind of bored, so you stop playing with them. And then when you go back to it later, it's like you got a new toy again. I like doing that with my cards. Ooh, y'all see how that shot out? But yeah, I'm being guided to pull from the bottom. I like doing that with the cards. So these decks I have not used in a while. Hi, Lavor. Let's see, Lavorgia Warrens. Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, what do you have for us today, Spirit? What message do you have for us? And take from the bottom again. Ooh, and you know what? I did not even plan the theme of colors, but listen, the colors are flowing, and I'm going to tell you what message I'm getting based on the colors. We have a blessing for soul, solace, and hope. And when I looked at this, it reminded me of winter solstice. So, one of the things that's coming in with this card is to remember that although things are shifting and we're getting into the colder months, you may notice that energetically things are feeling colder around you, right? You're being called to really be in tune with what you're choosing to feel. I notice a lot of people are tired, like myself. A lot of people are really buying into and jumping on the bandwagon of tearing down other souls, right? For simply being who they are. And Spirit is telling you to remember the love and the compassion, and remember to check in with your own soul to make sure that the things that you are projecting, right, are not being projected because someone else has passed it on to you, or because it's what's circulating in the collective and it's easier to just hop on board and do what I like to call jump in line. And when I say that, you ever notice how there's a line and how many people will just get in line because there's a line? I stopped doing that some years ago. I stopped just getting at the end of the line, and I started walking my tail to the beginning to make sure there's a reason for the line and that there's a reason for me to get at the end. And I can't tell you how many times there was really no reason. It was just a bunch of people that saw a line and decided to get in line. So we do that quite often, right? When it comes to life, right? And the things that we believe and the energy that we project and the path that we follow. So you're being reminded to stay in your own frequency, right? And if you aren't sure what that is for you, it's time for you to uncover that. It's time for you to go on a journey of not just healing, but a journey of self-discovery. Oftentimes, right? Oftentimes when we are unhealed, we don't really know who we are, right? We are that unhealed version of ourselves, which is actually a false version of ourselves. So it's time to heal and release those things that created the false version of you so that you can tap in and be in tune with your true self. So, yes, yes, yes. Let's see what y'all are saying. Oh, thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Okay, so now we have a blessing for support. And what Spirit would like you to know, there's support all around you, right? You are surrounded by blessings, right? And what I'm seeing is like a door, and I'm hearing and seeing knocking, like just all this energy knocking at the door. But if you're anything like me, if I'm not expecting company, I'm not even gonna get up to see who it is. I'm definitely not opening the door. Right. And that's what your blessings are looking like right now. Like they're at the door and you just acting like you don't even hear it. You're not even aware. And your blessings haven't come to you because you aren't doing your part to get up and go open that door. So now it's time for you to understand there's not a shortage of blessings. There's not a shortage of positive energy. There's not a shortage of all that your heart desires and all that you deserve. But now you're at a point where you're being called to take action, right? You can't just sit around and wait for a mystery God to drop these things in your lap. It's about you being open to receive the guidance, right? So that you know what it takes on your end, right? In order to achieve the things that you're choosing to experience, that you're choosing to have manifest or receive from the divine. No longer are you being guided to just sit around and waiting or following the path that someone else has laid out for you. We've been on this journey together for quite some time now, and we've talked about being spirit led, and Spirit is really stressing this and bringing it home. Now is the time for you to allow yourself to be completely spirit led. This is the only way You're going to create a shift in your life. This is the only way the world is going to shift, right? All the things we've attempted to do or we've done in the past has not done it, right? It's about healing, right? It's about healing every person, every soul, so that we can tap back into that compassion and into that love. Because without compassion and love, first, that starts with self. How many people do you know that self hate? And I'm not even talking about a group of people as far as their race. I just mean people who look in the mirror and they tear themselves apart, right? People who don't see the value in their acts, right? Who just can't build themselves up, tearing themselves down. If they can't love themselves, how are they going to love me or you? Right. And then we go into the category of racism, right? Sexism, classism, right? All that hate. In order to reverse that, it requires us to heal. So you're being called to start with yourself and then spread that to whatever soul is willing, right, to receive it. And here's the thing, some souls may not think they're ready or willing to receive it, but spirit may say deliver the message anyway. And when you get that, you do. And there may be some souls that you would love to help heal, and spirit's like, save it because they ain't ready. And you save it, right? Let's see what y'all are saying. So for those of you that are asking about me reading you, I do the mini reads, so they're 25 per question or 25 for a general, and you can send it to the Cash App, which is $ capital A, lowercase SHWORTH, capital S, lowercase COTT, Ashworth Scott. Okay, and then put in the notes if you're on uh, the T platform, because I'm not sure how YouTube does it. Put in the notes that you'll either have a general or you have a question, and then I'll read your Cash App name so you can give me your question, okay? And y'all over here, y'all know what to do. Y'all that's on the U, the YOU, y'all know what to do. It's the same. Okay, let's see what you all are saying over here. Deasia said, headed to my second job now, gonna listen to this food for the soul. Have a great rest of your day at your job, Deasia. Anitra said, I don't open the door for unannounced visitors. Okay, I really don't. Back in the day, I used to tell people because, sometimes we'd have a car parked in the garage and we have a car parked in the driveway. And I let them know, like, just because I'm home, do not take it personal, because if you're not invited, I'm not even getting up to see who it is. I'm going to ignore you. Right. But that's what a lot of us are doing when it comes to our blessings. Like spirit's knocking at the door, right? Spirit's knocking at the door and we ignoring it. And spirit's like, don't be doing like Nahkila and Anitra. Get up and come answer that door. Come get your blessings, right? So you're so welcome. Why can't you? You're so welcome. Hi, Gabe's World. Welcome. Barbara said, we OGs, right? Hey, Mom. So Pat is leaving a message over on Voxers. Like, sis, don't you know we in the power hour right now? Okay, look, we have Atlantis, rapid development, excellent success. So, and it's the number 19, which is 10. Okay, let me tell you guys this, because we've been talking about this for quite some time now, right? And I'm saying it again because Spirit is stressing this. Right now, there is a lot of heavy energy in the collective, and the energy is only going to get even heavier with the collective. But here's the thing that Spirit would like you to remember. You don't have to be a part of that, right? You can be in this world, but not of it. You are always in control of your energetic experience, right? And your 3D experience is solely based on your energetic experience. Now we know, how do we create our energetic experience, right? We create that by what we think about, what we believe, what we speak about, and how we act, right? Those are like the breakdowns of it all. But you are always in control. Some people may think it's ridiculous that I'm 45 years old and I don't watch the news. Some people may think it's ridiculous that I'm 45 years old and I don't get involved in political stuff and, the stuff that does not matter, the distractions, right? But I create my own existence in my own bubble, and I allow spirit to make sure I know the things that are important for me to know, right? That I'm aware of the things that it serves my highest good to be aware of. So you're being called to disconnect from what we have coined the matrix, right? Disconnect from the lies, disconnect from the programming, disconnect, right, from those things that are entering your unconscious mind subliminally that you're not even aware of. Be very mindful of what you're taking in. right? Because there's not a shortage of blessings. There's not a shortage of abundance. There's not a shortage of positivity, love, and compassion. That's just what they like you to believe. Because if you believe that, then that's what you're going to create. You have the power. You are in control. I hear a song, I got the power. Y'all remember that? That's what I'm hearing right now. You have the power, right? You have the power. I know we talk about this so much, and I really can't say it enough, that you're in control, right? Allow this message to penetrate your soul, because for many of us consciously, right, we haven't accepted yet that we are God having a human experience, right? We are capable of all that God is capable of. But it first starts with us believing, which is why your mind is the first thing that gets attacked. Because once your mind is under the control of a source outside of self, then it's easy to dictate what your experiences will be and how you're going to react and how you're going to show up, right? So it's time for you to really know that no matter what's going on in the collective, no matter what's to come with the frequency of the collective, you get to choose to not buy into it, right? You get to choose to stay on your journey of elevation. You get to choose to stay in the frequency of positive energy, right? You get to choose. Thank you so much, Z. You'll be the first reading today. You get to choose, right? So let me know in the comments what you're what you're choosing for your life. What are you choosing for your life? Is it peace? Is it joy? Is it wealth? Is it all of the above? Is it something else? Let me know. Leave me a comment. Let me know. Hi, sweet, nice 22. Welcome. And let's see your fave six baddies. Hey, I love me a baddie. How you doing? So let's see. Hi, Nancy. Welcome. Barbara said, I decided to opt out of this round. I'm tired. Seriously. Oh, Nancy said, I'm 55, do not own a TV. Now, listen, I do watch TV, y'all. Don't get it twisted. I commend you if you totally tune out, because here's the thing. There's so much, even the stuff that we watch for fluff, right? Just for fun, has a whole lot going on in it that can be penetrating the unconscious mind. So being mindful of what you feed your soul, and you feed your soul through your eyes, your ears, right? Your mouth. You feed your soul in many different ways, right? Through connections. So it's important to be mindful of how you're connecting. I'm even hearing how you're integrating into the world around you, right? Nancy said, I choose freedom, and so it is. Nancy, I haven't watched fake news TV poop for 7 years now. That's so good. So good. So, what do you do in place of that where you used to watch TV? What activities do you do in place of TV? Let us know for people that are choosing to make that transition into no TV at all. How do you replace TV? What types of things do you do instead? Barbara said, I choose all that is for my highest and greatest good, and so it is. Let's see. Black Chino 650 said, hello, all of the above. And Dana Johnson said, I choose peace, wealth, and joy. And so it is. And so it is. And so it is. Yes, yes, yes. My mom says, I choose faith. Yes. And so it is. And so it is. Okay, so look, we also have dreams, vivid dreaming, dream messages, dream teaching. And as I was looking at dream teaching, what I was actually receiving was dream catching. Yoga, meditation, YouTube, and content like this only. Nancy said that's what she replaces TV with. Yoga, meditation, YouTube, and content like this only. So helpful. Thank you. So, you know what? How often are you dreaming? And I don't mean like in your sleep state. I mean like where you just sit down and you say, look, I feel like because this button was open at first and my shirt buttoned all up crazy. But how often do you really just sit there and you say, you know what? Hmm, I'm choosing to live like, I'm choosing to feel, fill in the blank. I'm choosing to experience I'm choosing to do, right? And then you just go into that state of seeing yourself there and feeling excitement bubble up inside you, right? And when I tell you like the feeling of the excitement bubbling up inside you, I'm not just saying like this fake little excitement, like, ooh, I'm so excited. No, I mean like where you can feel it so much that once you're done sitting in this little energy of dreaming that you're like, wait a minute, you mean it hasn't made it to me yet? That's what I'm talking about. Like, how often do you do that? Right? Where you pay attention to all the detail. What color toenail polish are you wearing if you wear any? Right? What does your cologne smell like if you wear any? What did you just have for dinner? And what does it taste like? What's the aftertaste? Do you have food stuck in your teeth? Like all the small, minute details that are a part of real life that when we're visualizing and when we're dreaming, we leave out, right? What do you hear outside? What's the temperature of your skin, right? Get deep into it, as deep as you possibly can. Because by doing that, you are actually allowing that scenario to enter into your life. And then going into that version of you, that scenario, and connecting with that version of you and asking, how did you get here? Give me some advice, guide me. If you haven't started doing that, I would recommend doing it at least once a month where you just dream, right? You just dream. Hey, Shamika, welcome. Hey, Sharon. Okay, Anitra said, yes, deep into it. I love visualization. Yes. What do you smell? What do you hear? Right? What is your heart feeling like? And that visualization, put your hand on your chest and go ahead and do it right now. Put your hand on your chest, on your heart chakra, and just feel your heartbeat. I'm hearing to the beat of the rhythm of the night, right? Go so deep into your dreams, into your visualizations that it feels so real while still staying connected to the now, while still being grateful for what's going on in the now, right? So let's see. Hi, Teresa White. Welcome. Sharon said, never visualize to that degree. Do it. Do it, sis. And when you do, go live in the Soul Family and let us know. Let us know what that experience was like for you. Let us know. It's like we do a lot of little things, right? Like there's so many things on social media that's teaching us how to manifest. There's so many things on social media that's teaching us how to elevate our frequency. And there's so many things, right? So we're doing bits and pieces and we're doing them in fractions, right? We're not doing things to that full deep level, which is one of the reasons why we're receiving slow, right? Because yeah, we're visualizing, but it's usually just a quick like, oh, that looks nice, but we're not engaging all of our senses. And when you're actually in this reality, in this realm, in the now, all of your senses are present, even when you're not engaging them. So don't only practice engaging all of your senses in your visualization or your dream state, start practicing doing that now. So then when you're visualizing, it becomes even easier. How often do you just pause and feel what it feels like to have an inhale and have that air going through your nostrils? How often do you just pause and hear the sound that outside is making through your windows, right? How often do you pay attention to what it feels like on the tip of your right finger, right? We're so busy on go and on automatic pilot that we forget to be present and feel in the now. It's all about the feeling. It's all about the feeling, right? Let's see. Um, Nancy said, a lot of self care is what I've been giving myself. I go for massage, facials, mani pedi. I go to a new church. I see a natural path. So awesome. And a shaman for deep healing when necessary. Awesome. Pat said, hello, beautiful soul family. Driving and listening. Blessings, Pat. I was like, Pat over there leaving a message on Vox. Don't she know we on Empower Hour? So I'm glad you made it. I'm glad you made it. Hi. Let's see. Willie Wright, welcome. Hi, Latasha, welcome. Thank you for being here. Someone just asked me, have I ever kicked a guy in his Soccer balls is what it's on. No, I have not. Mm-mm. Nope. Never. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna grab us another card. Let's see. Cornelia, the 50 said, getting my nails done is actually therapeutic to me. You know what? There was a time, y'all, when I used to work 72 hours a week, sometimes more. And before getting my mani, pedis, facials, all that thank you, used to be therapeutic for me too. And the craziest thing happened when I was working all those hours. I started doing my nails myself, and it was so like relaxing and therapeutic, and it was crazy because the opposite started happening. It no longer felt like pamper me time. Now I'm back to the pamper me time of it all, and I choose to go have them done. But it was just so therapeutic to sit there and just paint my own nails, to clean my own cuticles, to really pour into myself in the comfort of my home, right? And the way we pour into ourselves, it can be so minute, it can be so grand, right? It's just all about what honors your soul. And when you're honoring your soul, don't forget your inner child, right? Don't forget your inner child. And also, one of the things that I'm being called to really emphasize again, because it came up a little earlier, is connecting to your future self. We do a lot of thinking about the life we're going to live, right, in the future. Sometimes so much so that it takes away from us really being grateful and enjoying the now. But how often are you connecting with your future self so you can learn how to get there? Your future self has already done it. That version of you knows exactly what to do to get there, right? So taking time to really connect with that version of you so that you can know how to get there. And then once you know, it's about action, right? Taking that action. And here's the thing to remember when we talk about the fact that we are the divine. Oh, I'm being guided to take that one too. We are the divine having a human experience. So when you're in this session with self and you're connecting and you're being guided, that's all good. But that's not the only way your future self guides you. Your future self guides you through your intuition. Your future self guides you through when you're hearing spirit speak. So it doesn't just stop when you're in this visualization and you're actually connecting to and hearing and receiving from your future self, right? Remember, it's just about you setting the intention of what you're choosing to, whether it's heal, release, receive, be, do, and then allowing yourself to be guided on exactly how to do it, and then taking action. It's simple. I do that little whatever look I just did. It's simple. That's this. It's simple look, but we make it hard. That's the look. That's what I did, y'all. It's simple, but we make it hard. So stop. Just stop. All right, let's see what you guys are saying. Um, Pastor, I didn't get the notification today. I had to search for you. Oh, hmm. Strange. And I like it. Well, I'm glad you made it on. I'm so glad you made it on. So, Dana Johnson, one of the ways you can connect with your future self is through visualization. Dana said, how do you connect with your future self? Allowing yourself to visualize the life that you're choosing for your future. And then as you're visualizing that, put yourself in that scenario and then search for that version of you that's living that life, whether that version is sitting at the dining room table, whether that version is sitting in a lawn chair in the backyard, sitting at the pool, sipping some iced tea, right? Or cold water, whatever. And then sit and have a conversation. Do so without judging and without expectation, right? Just allow yourself to trust and know that that version of you has some very valuable information, and start asking questions, right? Start asking questions and then take whatever you receive. And ask questions like, how did you achieve this? What's the first step that you're guiding me to take so that I can create this life, right? What advice do you have for me, right? And then receive it and then implement it. So that's a great question. Let's see. Sharon said, Queen Lauren Hill, it could all be so simple, but you rather make it hard. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I heard in my head. I just didn't sing it. I was sparing y'all today, but you about to make me sing. Okay, so we have a blessing for healing of injury or illness. There's something that I find that hey sister, hey Denise, I see you. Thank you. So how are you feeling by the way? Y'all send some healing energy to our beautiful sister Denise. Send some healing energy her way. There's something that I find, right? Being someone that has had some medical stuff happen throughout my life, really. And what I find is when we can connect to the energetic cause of these physical ailments, it becomes easier to heal them in the 3D. Now, I'm not saying that some of the ailments we have don't require medical attention. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not a doctor. None of this replaces that, right? But what I'm saying is every physical ailment that we experience in this realm is connected to some sort of energetic ailment or some sort of traumatic experience or something that goes beyond the physical. And when we can acknowledge that and we can heal that and we can make the choice to release that, it makes it so much easier to heal that ailment. And I'm speaking from experience, right? I'm speaking from experience. Y'all that know this little scar right here that just looked like a little bit of dirt in the crease of my neck. I've had 2 cervical spine surgeries. And of course, that's a real ailment that I had that resulted in a 500-pound metal rack falling on my shoulder. But when you get to what really caused it, it was me carrying the weight of the world on my shoulders. So when I decided to stop doing that and when I healed the things within me, right, that made me feel like it was my duty to do that, I recovered beyond expectation. I didn't have the typical recovery from that type of injury and that type of surgery. So sometimes it comes in the form of that. Sometimes it does just come in the form of, ooh, that pain is gone. It happened while we were at the retreat. That pain is gone, right? Now remember, I'm not replacing medical stuff. That's your own personal thing. But it's true. Sometimes this old physical self is like energetically, it's a whole lot going on. Heal me, right? Heal me. Heal you so you can heal me, right? I was watching a program, another one that's for fluff, and one of the women was on there and she was saying she had a crying tour, right? And the big thing about the crying tour was more about feeling our emotions. Hey, TK. Hey, Brittany. Love you too. So let me tell you this: as we're talking about this feeling your emotions, there was a time where I've shared this, so some of y'all have heard this, where the abuse that I went through growing up at the hands of my brother's father, I didn't even acknowledge that it bothered me. I didn't acknowledge that it affected me because in my warped sense of reality, to me, that would make me weak, right? But by me doing that, it continued to affect me because I can't heal what I refuse to feel, right? So if I'm running around acting like I'm just not affected, how can I heal it? It's impossible, right? And then you fast forward and when I got married, I believe I was 21 when I got married. I believe so. I was married for almost 15 years, right? And we went through our issues, right? He was in the Navy and he did like a lot of people in the military do. He cheated. I was devastated. I was absolutely devastated. And I was going into this really deep depression. And then I was like, bump that, because my grandparents said, don't leave, baby. You got a good man. I told y'all a story, so I stayed. And then I was like, okay, you want to play? I'm going to show you how it's really done. Let's play. But I never felt it, right? I went into this state of let me inflict on him what he inflicted on me. I never felt it. So when I began this healing journey consciously, I would find there were moments where I would just be feeling sad and depressed. And it wasn't nothing sad or depressing happening in my life. But when I talked to Spirit and I was like, okay, Spirit, what is this? As I'm in bed, pushing it out, working through it, Spirit was like, it's them feelings that you tucked away. Where do you think it's going to go if you don't feel it? It doesn't just magically disappear because you say, I'm Superwoman, I'm Superman, and I'm going to keep trucking through it. No, it builds up and it starts to create physical ailments, right? It starts to make you feel emotionally imbalanced. It starts to steal the joy and the peace, those blessings that knock at your door that you are not even able to get up and let in, right? So it's time for us to feel it, heal it, and release it, right? Don't be a prisoner of your past. Don't be a prisoner of someone else's. I'm hearing insecurities, right? Oftentimes people inflict pain on you because of their own insecurities, right? And as I say that, I got another story to tell. So when my first husband and I first were seeing each other, it was an upgrade from my first love, right? So I'm thinking, oh, this is good. Young, dumb, didn't know what the heck was going on in my life. Ooh, my battery on here is dying. Okay, listen, those of you that are over on the T platform, what I'd like you to do, thank you, TK. I saw Tempest will be the second reading. Y'all go click the link in my bio and join us on the YOUTUBE because my battery's about to die. So if you would like to continue on, go ahead and head over there, subscribe, and join us over there. I'm gonna just ride this till the wheels fall off. But if it clicks us off, it's because the battery died. So go ahead and join us, y'all. Okay. Um, bring it back, spirit. Okay, yeah, thank you. So when we were seeing each other in the beginning, and I say young and dumb because had I been the person I am today, I would have recognized the red flags and there's no way we would have got married. But he used to say things and do things. And he admitted that he intentionally was attempting to lower my self esteem because he didn't feel worthy of having me. A lot of people will intentionally tear you down because they don't feel like they're on your level, but they would like to be in your life. So they're trying to bring you down to their level. But they can't do it unless you allow it. So Spirit is saying stand firm in who you are, right? Recognize your strengths, right? And don't get caught up in that pain that others are inflicting because of their own insecurity. We're so beyond that now. And don't be that person that inflicts pain because of your own insecurities, right? So, going back to the card, one of the things that you're being called to do is get out in nature. Oh, girl, it was. But what was even more, Anisha said, oh, that's trifling. What was even more trifling is my happy ass stuck around and dealt with it. I dealt with it and didn't even see it as a huge bouquet of red flags. I was like, oh, roses. This was me. Roses. Oh, you didn't abuse me or my child, so it's an upgrade. Child, young and dumb. Okay. But it's time to get out in nature. It's time to allow nature to heal you. Y'all, we had this talk last year. We had this talk last year when we were talking about when do we go grounding. And Sharon, I have not forgotten about you. When do we go grounding? We usually go grounding when it's summertime, when the weather's nice, when it feels all warm and cozy outside. And we be missing out on all this good, 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 nurturing energy that the fall and the winter has to offer. It's such a different energy. Y'all ever notice how when fall season comes, how you start to feel a little tired and you start to feel like I just bought some hot cocoa, y'all. I did. I bought like four containers of it. One of them I got to take back because it wasn't sealed. It was open. But anyways, just got some hot chocolate and soul care tea. Check it out. And y'all, I'm not getting paid to say that. I'm just saying, check it out. But anyways, you ever notice that how it just feels all cozy? You just feel like crawling under a blanket. Well, that same energy that you feel that makes you feel like that is out there in nature. And if you were to just suck it up for a little bit, like give yourself 5 to 7 minutes, suck it up for a little bit and go out there and plant your feet right smack on Mother Earth and receive some of that good, do you know what it's going to do for your soul and your spirit? Don't just ground inside in these colder months. Get outside and go grounding. There's so much healing for you out there, right? If you're going to go outside and ground, let me know. Leave me a comment. Let me know. You going outside to ground? Let me know. Are you like Nahkila? You absolutely out of your mind. I'm going to wait till it's hot. And if that's what you choose, that's okay too. Free will. Let's see what y'all are saying. Anita said, not roses. Yes, roses. Okay. It's like, it don't smell like a rose. It kind of smell like sewer, but ooh, it's an upgrade. Boy, I tell you, but what is life without the experiences, right? I'm grateful. Um, Sharon said a bouquet of red flags and thought it was roses. Good grief, that's good. Shamika said, I'm going to the lake when I get off work. Good. That sounds so amazing. I'm probably gonna go to the lake too before this week is out because I haven't been actually outside. I've been in my car at the lake, but actually outside in a while. Sharon said, I'm choosing to commit to grounding outside. Yes, yes. There's so much out there for us, y'all. Don't miss out. Okay, look, we also have blessing for peace of mind. A blessing for peace of mind. Your mind, your peace, it's yours to decide, right? It's yours to decide what you do with it. It's yours to decide how it feels. It's yours to decide how you view the world. It's yours to decide how you view yourself, right? We talk about choices. Sharon, we were talking about this. Denise said, that's for me. We were talking about this. And how we get to choose. We've been programmed and conditioned to believe, I'm going to work on that. How many of y'all said that before? I used to say it all the time. I'm going to work on that. Now let's break this down. I'm going to, right? So I'm going to always keeps it in the future, which means it's never happening right now. When we say that, even if we're right now taking action, that action gonna fall short because we done claimed I'm going to work on it. So it's forever in the future. That's first. Then work on it. I'm hearing that song, Love Takes Time to Heal when you hurt so much, right? So what does that mean? I'm going to work on it. That means it takes time, right? I'm taking up all this time to work on it. So now I'm choosing to stay in this frequency, this experience that don't feel good because I'm going to work on it, pushing it further and further away from being my current reality, right? But in reality, we get to choose. I choose to let it go now. I choose to heal it now, right? I choose to live in that frequency now. I choose abundance now. I choose peace and joy now, right? I am happy right now, right? And let me tell you, speaking of happy, y'all, my love is calling me right now, but he gonna have to get a call back. See, I just said I'm happy and look, bam. But anyways, I was sharing with Sharon how with my first marriage, right? When we split up, the way he would act towards the children, it just got under my skin, y'all. Like he could act away and I could be so happy. And next thing you know, my frequency is shot. It's in the toilet, flushed down the drain with the poop, right? And one day I just decided I'm not giving him that much power over me. I choose to not allow him to affect me no more. And when I tell you it was like a light switch, it was that easy. I didn't work on it. I didn't wait for it to be my reality in the future. I just made a choice and then I stood in it. Right? It's 5:45. You may feel led to look that up. I stood in it. So let's stop saying I'm working on it. Let's say I am, right? I am. I am choosing, right? I am right now. Release that programming that says it has to take time and something in your future. You are in control. If you truly believe that you God having a human experience, why don't you believe that you can choose to turn things on and turn it off immediately? It's not enough to just say who you are. It's about knowing who you are and embodying who you are, right? As soon as you make a choice, it shifts. Now, there are things that come up, right? And when it comes up, you may heal, release it, let it go, right? And that was like a little hurdle in your now of choosing it now. So you go ahead and leap over it, right? And smooth sailing. And then here's another little hurdle, and you go ahead and leap over it. And then, yeah, that might really happen because that's the human experience. But you can choose to shift and be different now, right? I feel like we done went all over the place today, but I'm gonna put these back in, and then I'm gonna pull some more from the mermaid deck. Oh, this little battery is lasting. Hey, Lady Luck G. Thank you for being here. Ooh, that one just flew out. Let's see what you guys are saying. Denise said, "Oh, you're blushing." Levitt says, "Stop it." I love you. Um, let's see. Anitra said, "I'm choosing to ground outside during the winter months." I know it was just so fitting, right? Huh? I said, "I am happy. I am. I am happy." I had told my mom. I was telling Anitra this the other day too, where it's like my energy has been so low, y'all. Like I've been so tired, and so I'm like, I'm really happy right now. Like I'm at peace and I'm happy. But my energy was like, to me, it felt like just like, and I don't even know if that face really expresses how my energy felt, but I'm like, I'm really happy. Like I'm really at peace. There's nothing that I can complain about. Like truly nothing. Every area is just aligned how I'm choosing it to be. And I feel real good, but I've been so exhausted that I feel like my energy, I feel it, but it hasn't been, you know what I mean? It hasn't been like this on a lot of days lately. And it's okay. Sometimes it's okay to feel it and keep it in here. You know, sometimes that's okay. You don't always have to give, right? You don't always have to give out here. Sometimes you can just keep it here. This is where it matters, right? This is where it matters. And as long as it's in here, even if what's felt outside feels still, that stillness, and that stillness is still love, and that stillness is still peace, and that stillness is still joy. You don't gotta come and be all like, "Oh, I'm happy," to be happy, right? So pull from the top without shuffling. Okay. Spirit said you already shuffled. Okay, so look what we got. We got time and tide, oceanic spells and rituals. Okay. Can y'all see that? And then we have, and this came in reverse, and it's air, breathing deep, entering into life, exchange of life bringing energies. It's in reverse. And notice how I was just saying that sometimes we can feel all that up in here, but we don't have to always give it out. We're gonna see why this message is what it is, why it was reversed. We also have Imrama, wonder, voyage, crossing deep waters, pilgrimage, journey of the soul. Okay, so let's start here. I'm being guided to start here. Sharon said, "You're not all over the place. You've been all in my backyard." Spirit is on it. Okay, I'm glad because y'all sometimes I'm explaining this real quick because I've said it before, but some of y'all might be new to the Nahkila Isha experience. Okay, um, when I'm receiving, I'm here, but sometimes I'll be in different places receiving, right? So then sometimes I'll pop into another place while I'm here. Like, I'll pop in and it'll be like, wait, is it all united or is it all over the place? So when I'm popping in and out, sometimes it just feels all over the place. To me, it feels that way because I'm like, I'm here getting, I'm there getting, I'm over here getting, and then I'm just giving you whatever I get without thought, right? And when I pop in, it's like, oh, is it all over the place? And Spirit be like, no, just keep doing what you do. And if it is, it's okay. The souls that it's meant for, they gonna get it. Okay. So look. Okay, so here's the thing. You're being called to go on a deep journey within your soul. Like, I don't mean this like trending, oh, I'm on a soul journey. It's cool to be spiritual. I'm not talking about that. Right? I'm talking about where you make a choice and you say, you know what? I am tired of surviving. I'm tired of pretending. I am tired of suffering. I am tired of dimming. I'm just tired. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. And I'm tired of blaming others or sources outside of me for being here. I'm tired of it. And today, I'm choosing to get to the bottom of it. And I'm choosing to let it go. And I'm choosing to heal. And I'm choosing to release. And I'm choosing to invest in. Now, listen, that ain't even what I was about to say, but you see how Spirit brought that out? I'm choosing to, what were you saying? Because that ain't even what I felt was coming. I'm choosing to embrace my divine self, right? I'm choosing to embrace my divine self, right? I'm choosing to acknowledge who I am and be that version of me. I'm choosing to do whatever it takes to get there, right? It's time for you to go deep within and ask yourself, am I as happy as I can be? Am I as at peace as I can be? Am I as grateful as I can be? Right? Am I as divine as I can be? Am I as trusting in source and self as I could be? Right? Like, be real with yourself. Where are you really on your journey? And what can you do to be and experience all that you truly are and all that you're capable of experiencing? We all got a story. Every single person. Let me tell y'all. Everybody got a story. My first ex-husband, his story, his trauma was his father didn't go to his games, right? Back in the day, somebody who had experienced abuse, I'm like, that's it. But that was his story. That was his trauma. We all have a story. Now, Spirit is saying it's time for you to choose to let that story go in the way that you've been holding on to it. It's time to let it go. It's time to see it as the teacher that it was, as the tool that it was, right? As the elevator that it was, right? And as the source of power that it is. If I hadn't experienced all the pain and the trauma and the drama and all the stuff that I agreed to, I wouldn't be here assisting you. It's a blessing, right? It's a blessing. Let it go. Let it go. Embrace your true divine self. Be real with yourself. Where are you on your journey? How is fear holding you back? How is a lack of surrender keeping you from getting what you've been asking Spirit for? You said, you know what? I'm ready to grow that business. I'm ready to not be hurting no more. I'm ready to experience true love. I'm ready to be rich. I'm ready to be happy. And Spirit is like, go ahead and start working with Nahkila. Go ahead and go to that Activating You retreat. Go ahead and start working with Joe Blow up the street. Go ahead and go to whatever Joe Blow got if that's the person for you, right? Because I'm not for everybody. And how many times have you said, "Ooh, but my money funny. Ooh, I don't know. Ooh, 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 kill him." I mean, how many times have you said, "Ooh," instead of saying, "I'm a little afraid, Spirit, but guide me. I don't know how it's gonna happen, Spirit, but I know you're gonna make a way, Spirit. Come through, Spirit." And as I say that, let me tell you what I feel in my solar plexus. I feel nervousness, right? Let me tell you what I feel in my heart chakra. I feel nervousness. I feel fear. Why? Because I've been there. I've been there. And those moments of being there haven't ended. They keep coming. This is how I keep elevating. They keep coming. I keep having this conversation. I keep climbing. I keep doing what Spirit telling me to do. And it's not going to stop. That fear, that nervousness, I just feel it because it's outside of my comfort zone. But my faith, when I talk about my faith, all that goes away. My faith is solid. Why? Because Spirit has me. Why? Because I'm worthy. Why? Why? Why not? Right? Stop creating a reality that you're not happy with because you're allowing fear to get in the way. Stop existing in a frequency that's lower than where you're called to exist right now because you're hanging on to that past version of yourself. That bell done ding, that elevator door done open, and Spirit's like, step on in, this way up. And you like, oh, I don't know, Spirit. I'm gonna wait. I might take the stairs. I haven't decided yet. I know you got this elevator ready to take me up, but ooh, I don't know. Matter of fact, I'm about to go back to my car. You know what I mean? Like, that's literally what we be doing a whole lot of times. In Spirit is saying, stop it. Stop it. Y'all know, I done told you. I done told you how we on this journey together, right? Just because I may be on the journey over here having this experience and you may be on the journey over here having that experience, the journey is what it is. It's you tell Spirit what you're choosing, right? You pray for it, you manifest it, you do your scripting, your rituals, your spells, whatever you do, your prayers, whatever you do, it's all the same, right? It's all the same. You do what you do, and then you wait. And you waiting for like Spirit to be like, here's your gift, big old shiny bow. And you're like, yay, that's what I was asking for. And you just waiting. And Spirit is like, you see that over there, that rose bush with all them thorns? Go ahead over there, and I'd like you to start picking the rose bushes. You like, oh, but no, oh, I'm a prick myself. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna be uncomfortable. It's gonna be right. And little did you know, over there, if you just went like Spirit said, there was like this pretty little basket that had protection gloves and shears, a pretty little vase, and then you had helpers, and you know what I mean. So after your helpers help you, you totally protect it. You get this experience. Now you know how to create beautiful bouquets for yourself, and they ain't red flags. They really roses, but you didn't get hurt. But you're sitting over here, you know what I mean? Just waiting for it to show up a certain way. You're missing the blessing. That analogy was really all over the place, but you get what was being said. You get it. I know you do. Let's see. Strong Bob Energy said, "You in my business." Listen, spirit in your business. Spirit is in your business. I'm gonna tell you guys one more time over here. I'm pointing over here at you. See, you right here. Yep, you see it because those over here they see it in a different angle. So you on this platform, my battery's going dead. So click the link in my bio and my platform. That other platform that plays videos and stuff. Go ahead and head over there because if it dies, we just gonna black out. All right. So let's see what y'all are saying over here. TK said, I sent for Shanna and Temp. Oh, Shanna Tempest. Yes. Question received a relocating job offer. Should she take it? Absolutely. Like, I mean, thank you for sending over the money for that, but absolutely. This is something she's been waiting for. It's aligned with her goals and her dreams. It may not seem like it, but yes, take the job. It's time for her to start anew. And don't take no for an answer as it relates to where she's going to live. Take the job and know that she deserves it because it is what she's been asking for. But it requires a level of her standing up for herself because people are going to attempt to lowball you. And as I say this, I feel like there's already, it's an offer, it's been made, but this isn't necessarily for right now. It's in the future, right? As she's elevating, for her to know her worth and for her to command what she deserves. But yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. Yes. hmm My sis said, talk that talk. Yes. Shamika says, Spirit will make a way when it's time to get to work for your highest good. Spirit got you. And for that one, and hear how trust the process and move just like that. Exactly. Y'all, I mean, there's so many of my sisters that are over here on the YOUTUBE, right? That I can tell you for sure. Spirit guided them just like Spirit guided me when the funds weren't there, when the resources weren't there, and we stepped out on faith, and then it happened, and we elevated, and we grew, and we had everything that was required, right? And reading Shamika's comment, I say that because Shamika has shared this publicly, so I could share it. When she was led to work with me, Shamika didn't know how she was gonna pay. And when I tell you Shamika was never late, never late, her lights was never cut off, she was never put out of her place. Spirit made a way. And based on what she shared with me, what she gained from that experience of us working together, it's been life changing. Spirit has guided me in so many ways to do things that have changed my life. I told y'all when I got guided to go do something, I was so broke that while I was there, we had an eviction notice put on our door. But Spirit said what Spirit said, and I did what Spirit told me to do, and I'm still reaping the benefits. Get you some of that. And it's not just about working with me, right? This is just an example because a lot of y'all, Spirit has told you, join the mentorship, start working with her. Or Spirit has told you, work with her on the one-on-one, but then you chose the group, right? And then you ain't getting everything that your soul requires because that ain't what Spirit told you to do, right? Some of y'all, Spirit done said, go to the Activate New retreat, right? I can't tell you, well, I could if I was doing a reading and Spirit said, this is what it is, or if I asked Spirit, what is it, right? I could, just like you could, because we all psychic. But I'm gonna say it how I was gonna say. I can't tell you what's on the other side in details, right? What's on the other side in details, unless Spirit gave me the details. But what I can tell you without the details is what's on the other side is your elevation. What's on the other side is your growth. What's on the other side is unwavering peace, unwavering faith, unwavering joy, unwavering love, right? And abundance in all areas of your life. That's what's on the other side. And this isn't just about working with me. This is whatever spirit guides you to do. That's what's on the other side. Why are you holding yourself back from that? Why are you not getting up and going to answer that door and letting your blessings in? You don't have to make a way. You don't have to figure it out. You don't have to do anything except exactly what spirit guides you to do, exactly how spirit guides you to do it. Let me share something with y'all, okay? So I had somebody I did a reading for. Yep, I'm going there. Some of y'all heard this story because it just happened. I was flabbergasted. I did a reading for someone 2 years ago. How do I know it was 2 years? Because when they reached out in my inbox and they asked me for a refund, they shared the date and it was in 2020. It was a little more than 2 years ago, right? Now, this particular person was feeling that there was some energies in their home and, I guided them on how they could start the process of getting these energies out of their home, right? I also told them, hey, you may have to hire somebody. Not me, because unless spirit tell me, I'm not traveling way out where you live to do that. Plus I don't like doing that. The only way I do that is the spirit tell me to do that. I really don't like doing that because I don't like being in the company of them kind of energies, protected or not. I just rather not, right? Unless spirit tell me. That's the only way. So, anyways, long story short, I said, well, I can't give you no refund. My policy is no refund. Plus, it's been 2 years later in my SpongeBob voice. 2 years. But here's the thing that I got from that. Whenever I'm mentoring, I always let it be known when spirit guides me on how to guide you, I'm giving you exactly what spirit gives me to give to you. If you do it exactly as I give it to you, guaranteed results. If you smack it up, flip it, rub it down, and remix it, I don't know what you're going to get. You're going to get something, but results, hit or miss. So the same thing goes for the reading. Spirit's like, you got to start giving that disclaimer in readings too, because I could tell you to do something and you could do half of it, or you could do some of it, or you could do none of it. And then you looking at me 2 years later, like, B, where my refund? And I'm like, if Spirit had said give a refund, I totally would have. But Spirit said no. Okay, so no, it is, right? No, it is. So I say that to say, when Spirit guides us, we do it exactly how we get it. That's the only way results are guaranteed. Whether Spirit is guiding you directly, whether you have hired me or some other psychic life coach or whatever, and Spirit is guiding them on how to guide you, whatever, right? If you don't do it how Spirit gives it, there's no telling what you're going to get, right? So just surrender. Just surrender. True power is being able to surrender to the guidance of the divine. We believe that that's giving away our control because we are misguided on what control of our lives actually is, right? So when spirit is guiding us, we're also healing through that guidance and we're healing through those steps. So when we're operating within our own control, within our own what we think is control, within our own power, we're so influenced by so many things that's not even our true divine self, that we're really powerless. But it's there's that programming, but we believe, we like that saying, if you want something done right, you got to do it yourself. I was guilty of that belief. But what I know now is if I choose to have it done right, I just let spirit guide me. If I choose to have it happen in a way that serves my highest good, I just let spirit guide me. It's such an easy and refreshing way to live. What you choosing? Are you choosing to figure it out? Are you choosing to hit or miss? Or are you choosing to surrender and just let spirit guide you? It's like having a chef, right? It's like being able to say, you know what, my amazing chef, I'd like to eat. And then you list off this amazing feast, and your chef's like, coming right up. Have a seat. Get comfortable. Let me serve you. Spirit is your chef. You just tell spirit what you're choosing, and spirit's like, okay, so that have a seat is that guidance to go do something outside of your comfort zone, right? That place your napkin on your lap is okay, now go do that step, right? And at the end, you're just gonna feast on happiness, joy, peace, compassion, love, wealth, friendship, ease, right? So yeah, let me see what y'all saying. And then I'm gonna get to the readings. What did I feel like? To the Bat Cave just now. I'm so glad. Thank you, Anitra, for posting your excitement for Empower Hour, because truly, and I'm so glad that truly that's what made me say, you know what, no matter what, we gonna make it happen. Because I'm so glad. I'm so glad. I'm so grateful to be here with y'all today. Seriously. Y'all always give me life, like energetically. Like y'all, I told you I was feeling like, because I was so tired, but I feel like just this, woo, my energy's been boosted. So thank y'all. Let's see. Denise said, "We are the investment. Soul work takes time. That's the currency." You know, and here's the thing: your soul work requires your consistent commitment, right? That's what it requires. Your consistent commitment. Because I call it the never ending story. And let me explain this again, because I've said it before. When I say the never ending story, I hear the song, The Never Ending Story, right? And the never ending story doesn't feel bad to me. It feels good. Like that was one of the childhood movies that I really loved, The Never Ending Story. And I literally see like us on that, what was his name? The big old dog looking thing that the boy was flying on, right? So it's not a bad thing. When you hear that, don't take it as, oh no, I'm going to be healing forever. It's not a bad thing. What it becomes after you've gotten through all the gunk and the junk that you buried, right? Once you get past that, then it's about the maintenance, and then it's about in the moment, right? Like when I got that little message, I literally felt it right in my heart chakra, right in my heart chakra. I felt it right here, because it wasn't just a little nice message. It was some nasty nice, right? Some passive aggressive. And I felt the energy behind the words right here, right? So I right there took it out, got rid of it, released it, let it go, right? Once we heal, we never stop experiencing things that we're required to heal, right? And then once we've got to the root in this lifetime, guess what? We still carrying stuff from the lifetime before this one. And then when we get through that, guess what we got now? The lifetime before that one. And guess what after that? And that one, right? So we got it's the never ending story. But we could make a party out of it, right? We could get us some eggnog and some soul care tea, and we could, get us some lemonade or some vodka, whatever you like, and have a party out of it, right? But it's time to understand that it requires your consistent commitment. It's like braces. If you don't wear that retainer, your teeth going to go back. I never had them. My oldest has. And his retainer broke for the bottom. Top teeth still straight. Bottom, not so much. Don't even look like he had braces. That's the journey, right? It's never ending. And I love it. I love it. I invite you to join me. I invite you to join us. Those of you that haven't joined us, join us. It's real good over here. Okay. But let's see. Um, Denise said, thankful for the pain that gave me my understanding. Absolutely. Absolutely. I know that sounds crazy to people that don't understand it, right? I know that sounds crazy to people that don't understand it. Those of you that are over here on the TikTok, please join us over on the tube you, because the battery's gonna die. You say you also saw Holy Spirit. I see peace. Yes, 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 yes. And he just said, I'll take vodka and a cup of tea. Listen, I got some in there. I got some Ciroc, berry, peach, and watermelon. So pick, and I got the frozen peaches. I got peach juice. I got all kind of stuff. So come on over. Let's have a glass. So yes, yes, yes. But no, you know what? Seriously though, literally, Spirit just said you have got to get out of your own way. You have got to get out of your own way. You have got to get out of your own way, right? You've got to get out of your own way. Those experiences weren't meant to break you. Those experiences weren't meant to break you. Those experiences were meant to expose you, so you could rise from it, right? And as I'm saying that, I'm seeing like, superhero putting their hand through the dirt, and then you see all this light, and then they come out, and then they got on this big old superhero costume with all the muscles, right? Or if it's a she may got muscles too, right? And it's just like Now you in the power pose and you walk in and you feeling heavy when you walk and you're not tiptoeing, so you walking light. Listen, that's the thing, y'all. I used to do it because when I walk heavy. Don't let me get done doing no energy healing work. Oh, I'm real heavy with it. But through life, guess what I did my whole life? I would tiptoe. So I didn't take up space. So I wasn't, you know what I mean? Weirdo. I was. Uh-huh. It's time for us to stop being weirdos and embrace ourselves, love ourselves, be ourselves. Okay. Now let's see what y'all saying. Then we're gonna get to these last two cards and then we're gonna get to the reading part, I promise. Brittany said, is the dog a never ending story? Yes. And what's his name? I cannot remember his name. Is he a dog? Because I was like, he's a dog like creature, but yeah, you know what I'm talking about. TK said, this really resonated with me. I'm preparing to have my teas be in a subscription box. Okay, so TK, where can they find you? Where can they find your products? Let it be known. Let it be known in the comments. So yeah, that's so good. And you know what's so funny? That came up at the last retreat for Anitra to do that too. So y'all, we got two sisters on here to do tea. We have a couple of sisters on here that does like oils and soaps. So if you have anything that you offer from your soul that spirit guided you to do, please leave it in the comments on where they can find you. Please go ahead and do that. No matter where you at, go ahead and do it. And then also, y'all, TK haven't told you, but she a life coach too, y'all. Okay. So yeah. Iridescent Soul Center run me all the tea recommendations. And so look up Iridescent Soul Center. At the last retreat, Diamond gifted us with some amazing, amazing lavender oil. Amazing. Okay. So, yeah. And the thing is, anybody that's on this thread over here on the tube, right? I know personally their products. I've experienced it. I know people that have experienced it, right? Now, if you're on the other side, I can't say that I know because I don't. I haven't experienced it. I would love to, right? Um, but the people over here, I could tell you whatever they do, it's got some energy in it that's going to elevate your frequency. It's got some extra juju up in it that's going to make you feel real good from the inside out, right? So, yeah. Okay, so listen, this right here. Let me tell you how it's coming right now. And this is what I was like, I'm so happy I got a phone call. Look at that picture. That's how it be, y'all. It be like breathing in life. Uh-huh. But anyways, breathing deep. Instantly when I saw this right here, spirit is saying, it's time for you to get back into your meditating, y'all. Because I know some of y'all done dropped the ball. And some of y'all done dropped the ball and you done convinced yourself that you all good because you're flying high and spirit's like, call them out. Yep. Get back into it, right? Your breath is sacred. Your breath is the begin all end all. Whether you working with me or not, whether you work with someone else or not, the or not, that's the first step. It's through your sacred breath every single day, giving yourself that, right? Giving yourself that. Also, we got a lot of talk about water, right? Deep entering into life. So let me just say this. When you allow yourself to flow with that deep breath, go as deep as your breath will take you. And when I say that, sometimes as we're meditating and we get into that zone, when I first started doing that, it kind of scared me, right? Because it's almost like I wasn't breathing anymore and I would bring myself out of it. Don't do it. You fine. You breathing. You fine. You're just entering into that deep divine space. So allow it to happen. Sometimes we don't give ourselves enough time because some of us that are meditating, we only doing that 5 minutes a day, but we've graduated from that. Now 30 minutes is the minimum. 30 minutes. You barely touching deep at 30 minutes. You might just be right there at deep and then you stopping. So just go with it. Just flow with it. Allow yourself to connect to your sacred breath, connect to self and source so that you can be guided from a place of clarity. That's how I found my purpose, y'all. It was through meditating. I was wondering, why am I here? I'm so miserable, spirit. I know it's more to life than this. And meditating is how I found my purpose, spirit said. Life coaching. Yeah. Meditation. Okay, so this says entering into life, exchange of life bringing energies. But let me just tell you how it's being broken down. Entering into life, exchanging life. So spirit is prompting you to exchange the life that you've been living, right? The life you've always lived, the life you've always known, for the life that you truly deserve. It's time to exchange it. It's time for you to release the life that society said is your life, to release the experiences that society said was okay to experience, right? And it's time for you to allow yourself to experience the life you deserve, right? As I was saying that, I'm being guided to share something with you. I'm being guided to share something with you. So y'all know that I have developed this love, right, for perfume. Y'all know this because I done shared it with you plenty of times. And I had ordered this perfume, and it's a special edition, right? I started to do an unboxing because this is all like a part of like the joy of life. When I smell it on me, I'm like, whoo, my frequency's elevated. But anyways, so there's this Minnie and Mickey. And I just felt like on my display, like Minnie couldn't be there without Mickey. It just didn't feel right, right? And the Minnie perfume smells so freaking good, right? So good. And when I got Mickey, I'm like, it just kind of smells like my alien goddess. It's just okay, but I only sprayed a little bit, right? So I sprayed a lot today, and it's like, oh, it does smell good, but not as good as Minnie. But what I told my mom, I was like, I don't regret buying it. It's not as good as Minnie. I don't regret buying it. And what I told her, she said, "Oh, because it smells good." I said, "No. Here's the thing. I am allowing myself to normalize investing the energy of money into the things that bring me joy for the odd reasons it brings me joy, right? So to circulate $300 on a bottle of perfume that don't really smell good, but when I see the set sitting next to each other and I see Minnie and I see Mickey, right? And that feels good, it's okay, right? It's okay. So I'm sharing this because Spirit is saying it's time for us to normalize things like that. The reason why I can normalize that is because I understand money is just an energy. And I've reached that point of knowing that I'm never going to be without. I've reached that point of knowing it's like the fish and the loaves of bread. Spirit's got me, right? So even if it didn't smell good and I never sprayed it on at all, right? At all, I like to look at the cute little Swarovski crystals and 18 karat gold plated little cute top of Minnie next to Mickey. That makes me feel good. And that's okay. The old me never ever, first of all, the old me would not listen. My signature scent used to be Airs by Paris Hilton. It still smells good. I still got a bottle of that, y'all. I can get that at Ross. Okay. And I still do. Because I don't have a signature scent no more. Now I'll be wearing whatever I feel when I feel it. But the point is, Spirit is guiding us to let go of these constraints that have been placed on us, right? These shackles that we've taken on, right? That we created for ourselves or that others have created for us, and just allow ourselves to live within the flow and the freedom of knowing that Spirit has our back, right? There's so many messages in that. Also, the little things that elevate your frequency, the little things that you don't think of, that you don't allow to elevate your frequency because you're too busy being in lack, right? Like a lot of people won't say, well, a fragrance, like I smell it all day. And every time I smell it, it's like, it does something in here, which boosts me, which puts me at a higher frequency so that I can attract more, right? So giving yourself permission, plants. I love plants. I like to look at my plant and say, I'm keeping it alive now. So I get plants, right? Allowing ourselves the things that boost our frequency, the things that bring us joy without judging what brings us joy because somebody else don't understand. Who cares what somebody else understand? How do you feel? Right? I feel like there was more to that message, but that's all that I'm getting. That's all I'm sharing. That's all I'm sharing. And it does smell good. That see, it makes me smile. But oh, that mini, oh my goodness. Whew, that mini is something else, y'all. But it's a skin scent. Like a person's not just gonna walk past you and smell it. They're gonna have to get up on you and hug you, and then they're gonna be like, you know. And this smells good too. It does. Perfume makes me happy. But my mouth is watering for real. Like it makes me happy. Right. My son, Anitra said, yes, normalize enjoying your preferred luxury. So my son couldn't understand my investment in perfume. Now I will say it would be nice if House of Sillage did like Louis with the Louis perfumes. When I run out, I could take them into the store and they refill them for half the price. These bottles are so pretty that it's like, why wouldn't you refill it? Like I'm gonna feel like weird throwing it away when the scent is gone, but I'm not like a collector of things like that. So you know what I'm saying? So, anyways, but yeah, it's just time for us to live and understand everything is an energy. It's all an energy. And you deserve to live life at an elevated state. And when I say that, I mean here. I mean that love and that joy and that peace that comes from knowing that spirit's got your back. You know, spirit's got your back. So here's something else I'm going to share with you. So y'all know the mold issue I was dealing with, right? And I had talked to an attorney and they were going to take my case and I was all ready to go ahead and sue these people. And when I was going to pay the retainer, they ended up being hired by too many people to where they couldn't take my case at the time. So like, oh, we'll check back in a month, blah blah blah. And so anyway, spirit told my mom and spirit told me to let it go. And I did. And I did so with peace. Why? Because whatever I thought I was going to get from that or whatever I was entitled to from that, because I had a case, right? Just because I let that go doesn't mean I'm not still going to get that blessing, right? That's not what that means. It just means it's not coming from that channel. But if I go sit around, I'm like, oh man, why? Why I gotta let it go, spirit? Oh, or I don't let it go. That's even worse. Maybe it's the stress. Maybe it's the taking of the peace, right? That's really gonna put me in a stump. I don't know, but all I do know is spirit said let it go. So I let it go. Your blessings are going to come if you allow it. They may not always come from where you thought they would or hope they should, but keep doing you. Keep being that kind person. Keep being that loving person. Have faith. Maintain your faith and know that spirit's got your back no matter what. No matter what, y'all. No matter what. Spirit's got your back. Another thing that brings me joy? Bubblegum ice cream. It does. I'm that person that will sit there with that spoon and I will food brings me joy too. I just got some strawberry shortcake cupcakes yesterday and it was so good. And I got a slice of yellow cake with chocolate icing. And that reminded me of my grandmother because she used to make that cake. And I tell you, I'm a real foodie. I keep utensils in the car. So as soon as I got in the car, I ate like half of the slice of cake and then I ate the cupcake. And the whole time I was just enjoying it. It's another thing that brings me joy. What brings you joy that you have been depriving yourself of? It don't matter how healthy I am, how healthy I get, how much I work out or don't work out. I am always going to allow myself to eat the foods that bring me joy. What are some things that bring you joy that you've been depriving yourself of? Let me know in the comments. Sleep. Sometimes I'm not even sleeping, y'all. That's probably why I'm tired. One of the reasons. I just like being in bed. A lot of times I work from bed. I love being in bed. Brings me joy. There was a time when I deprived myself of that. I felt like I was being lazy. Even if I was working from bed, I felt like I was being lazy. I felt like I was being unproductive. And spirit used my mama, my sister in light, and speaking to me directly, like, girl, you do a lot. Just because you do it from bed, you do a lot. But I was depriving myself of that joy of just being in bed. It's silly when I think about it, right? I'm rambling, y'all. Let me stop. Sharon said, yes, I'm choosing a life of luxury and leisure unapologetically. We deserve it, y'all. Not this last retreat, but the retreat before that. I had just purchased a purse, right? And let me tell you how my mind thought, right? I bought my first home when I was 27 years old, but after my divorce, I left my ex everything, including our home. So I rent now, right? And in my mind, right, I'm like, oh no, why would I have that purse and I don't even own a home, right? And I was literally embarrassed to, you know what I mean? Like just out and about, people that don't know me, I didn't care, but I was actually embarrassed. It's ridiculous, right? And Spirit was like, Spirit the one who told me to get it because I was like, I'm gonna wait until I own a home again before I allow myself to have certain luxuries like that because I'm still in this paradigm of the order of things, right? Ridiculousness. But here's what that was. Spirit utilized that to say the circulating. I have been talking about circulating, right? And as soon as Spirit said, get it, I received someone that made an investment that was double what that purse was, right? And so that was just that whole thing of circulating. Sometimes we got to let go in order to receive more. Mm, think about that. Sometimes we got to let go in order to receive more. Sometimes the let go isn't always the energy of money. Sometimes the let go is simply the energy of lack, right? Lack. Everything is just an energy. I'm not holding on to anything so tight that I'm not willing to let it go, right? Everything is just energy. The things that I'm not ever willing to let go is peace, love, joy, compassion, right? Those are the things I'm never letting go. Everything else, right? Everything else, I let it go. Circulate, right? What I let go, Spirit's replacing with what serves my highest good in the now. Because we're forever growing, we're forever changing, we're forever shifting. And we hold on too tight to what we have right now, it's outdated. It's like wearing a coat that you wore in fifth grade right now. How ridiculous is that? If you got children or you know somebody with children, go put on a fifth grade child coat and then see how warm you stay and see how uncomfortable you are. That's what it's like. But that's what we do in our life, y'all. We be holding on. Spirit told me, don't buy no more clothes, right? Don't buy no more clothes. Don't buy no more nothing. And I was like, okay, fine. Okay, right? As far as clothes and shoes and stuff. And then Spirit said, here's why. After I agreed to it, right? Spirit didn't tell me the why. Spirit be testing me like that, right? Because you get stuff, but you don't let stuff go. You got to get rid of some stuff in order to get some stuff. So now it's a matter of what you got that you're willing to get rid of before you bring something else in, right? That's life. That's the journey. What are you holding on to that you're willing to let go? What pain are you holding on to that you're willing to let go so you can bring peace in? Right? What anger are you holding on to that you're willing to let go so you can bring love in? What sadness are you holding on to that you're willing to let go so you can bring happiness in? What are you willing to let go so that you can bring what you deserve in? Let me know what you willing to let go. Leave a comment. Let me know what you willing to let go. What you willing to let go, right? It's time to let it go. It's time to surrender. It's time to let it go. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see what y'all saying. My mom said I dropped the ball. You dropped the ball. What you talking about, mama? What you talking about, mama? Um, yeah, and I'm like this all the time. For real, my mom will tell you I am. This is me. This is not Wednesday Live in Power Hour, Nahkila. This is Nahkila. Okay? This is just me. Sometimes I'll be like, why am I like this? When it really hits me how I be acting. Let's see. Diamond said lavender. Wait, let me go up because I missed some stuff. And hi, Joel Melano. Okay, so if I say names wrong, please, please, please. Hi, Tammy Dickey. Don't judge me because it's my eyes. I can't really see all the letters, so I be saying what I think I'm seeing. Let's see. TK said, the way I just choked. I don't even know what I said that made you choke. I don't even know. Because it was way up there. Let's see. Sharon said I was literally just using Diamonds lavender oil on my hands a few minutes ago. It's amazing, y'all. Um, Diamond said, I love y'all. My mom said, I dropped the ball. Barbara said, Ashe, the joy of investing in others. It does feel good. Yes. Anitra said, yes, normalize enjoy. Okay, I read that. Normalize enjoying your preferred luxury. Sharon said, yes, I'm choosing a life of luxury and leisure unapologetically. And you said, yes, and amen to being ladies of leisure. Yes. Yes. It's okay. Anitra said, I'm so over home ownership unless there's no mortgage and land involved and other people are renting from me now. Right. And that's the thing that I had decided. I had already told Spirit. I said, Spirit, if I got to choose between one or the other, because here's the thing. Now that I'll be doing apartment living, y'all, I actually enjoy it. Don't shoot me, but I do. I got a beautiful view. I got enough space. The people nice. I don't gotta pay for nothing that breaks. I don't gotta pay for maintenance. I don't gotta do a yard or hire a yard person. I don't gotta do none of that. I like it. So I told Spirit, if I have to choose between one or the other, I'm choosing investment properties, whether it's an Airbnb type or whether it's a tenant type. But I'm choosing investment if I gotta choose, right? Because even when we bought our first home, ideally we were planning to keep it, stay in it 2 years, sell it, and keep doing that, right? And then the market kind of shifted, and then we kind of divorced. So now I'm like, okay, Spirit, let's get all this business credit up so we can start investing in the business, through the business, and we can, make it happen, Captain, as an investment and not just, oh, I own a home. But the old me was caught up in that matrix form of success, right? When I was married, I bought a Lexus, right? I shared this with y'all. It was my first big purchase by myself, my own credit. I felt so good, so accomplished, right? And when I left, I had a choice: be a slave to that car or not. And I chose not, right? I chose not. And so, but before, here's what I used to do. I used to judge if I saw a luxury car in an apartment complex, right? Now, before I decided not to be a slave, and when I left, I was in an apartment in that luxury car. So that made me look at stuff a whole lot different, right? I was no longer judging folks like, how the hell you in that and you in an apartment? It just didn't make sense to me, right? All these passed on belief systems, right? It's ridiculous. Now it's just live and let live. Let Spirit guide you. Live and let live. Let Spirit guide you. No judgment of self or others. Just, it's life. It's things. It's energy. Who cares, right? We take life way too serious. Way too serious. It's not enough laughter, enough joy, and enough flow. It's time for us to release that. Release that, right? Oh, so for these mini reads during Empower Hour, oh, thank you, Spiritual. Let's see, Spiritual Peak. Hey, okay, y'all follow Spiritual Peak over there on TikTok. I said the name. Oop, let's see. Hey, official Tolbert. Official and Tolbert are in there. I can't see in the middle. It's my eyes. The readings during Empower Hour are 25. And you guys know, I share my phone number, my business line with you guys. So you don't have to, like, outside of this, you don't have to schedule readings no more. You could text me and be like, hey, you got some availability today? On the weekends, a lot of time my phone's completely off. Sometimes I'll turn it on. Sometimes I feel like doing readings, so I will. But don't worry about the time or the day. Just text and see. If I don't get back to you that right then and there, I will, and I'll give you my availability. But for the Wednesday Live and Power Hour readings, they're $25 per question or 25 for a general. And my son just came and gathered the bags that he's dumping outside for me. The bags that he's dumping outside, because we gonna go and get his girlfriend and her sister. They coming over, and I'm gonna kick their butt in some games. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into that. Was him letting me know she ready and he ready. So I'm gonna see what you guys are saying. Sharon said, letting go of figuring shit out. We letting it go. We don't have to. We don't have to. That's like having a home built and you got a whole contractor and construction workers, and you like, you know what? I appreciate your expertise, but it's okay. And you don't have to bring materials either. I know you get a discount, but it's cool. Yep, it's cool. Oh, and you got a blueprint? No, thank you. No, thank you. Let me just go ahead and have this land. You got trucks to carry the lumber? No, I got it on my back. You got power tools? Nah, I'ma hand it, freehand it. That's what it's like. How ridiculous is that, right? That's the same thing as when we telling Spirit, nah, bruh. You ain't finna guide me today. I'm finna do what I want to do. That's how we say it sometimes, right? It's really not what we choose to do. It's just what our limiting belief believes that we're choosing to do. But that's how ridiculous it is. That's the difference between a spirit-led life and figuring it out myself. That's what it was like, attempting to build a home in that way. Well, now it's just like I get to just sit back and, oh, can you put that there for me? Thank you. Okay. I'm about to go all into a scenario, y'all. You know how I do. Let me stop. Let me stop. Thank you so much, my beautiful sister. I see it. I see it. I'll be checking in so then I can give you guys the actual order of the readings. If you're planning to get a reading, go ahead and send it now because I'm going to close the readings. I'm going to close the reading. So let's see. Anitra said, I'm letting go of an entire household of furniture and things to embrace a new beginning. I'm willing to let go of things, people, and habits that don't serve my highest good. And so it is. And so it is. My mom said, I don't meditate all the time. It's time. Um, Barbara said, Diamond said, yay. For those of you that don't know, Barbara and Diamond's the same. Hi, Naya. I saw you over there when you said you were coming over here. I was like, wait a minute, I know Spiritual Peak. Denise said, I let go of my dream job to realign my soul's purpose, and I'm sending my reading payment. Thank you, sis. And I'm so proud of you. Access denied said, energy never lies. It don't. And TK said, hi, Naya. So, okay, let's see. Let's go ahead and get into the readings, y'all. I'm like really, really excited. Hey, that's weird. Let me see something. Z, you're first. Do you have a question, Z? Or would you like a general? A question or a general? Let me know. Oh, thank you so much, Vanessa. How are you? How have you been? We might die over here, y'all. We barely see the red. So if we do, click the link in my bio and join us on that other platform that start with a Y. Because we over there still. No question, just general. Okay. Okay. So, Spirit, what do you have for Z? So as soon as I said, what do you have for Z? I heard the song, It's Your Time, the way I was singing it, Get Your Blessings. It's time for you to shine, Z. You've been spending most of your life dimming, and then you have little pockets and moments of your life where you do shine. And the issue has been you've been surrounding yourself with people that you have now elevated from, graduated from, because now it's time for you to join a community of people, the family members that are this way, the friends that are this way, and community of soul family that is this way, that are now elevated beyond your point because you've been the most elevated in a lot of your situations. And now your soul is ready to be held and to be elevated by those around you. You're being called to not dim and not to dull your shine for anyone, right? If they can't handle you, that's the them problem. It's not a you problem because you don't have a boisterous or a malicious bone in your body. So you being you, it's not a crime, right? I'm just hearing it's not a crime. There's nothing wrong with you being you. You're being called to be your full self, right? Your full self, unfiltered. You've also been guided to take a time out to pour into your soul, like really just going on a sabbatical where you allow yourself to get deeper in touch with your soul and what you're feeling. You too have been that person when we talk about autopilot, but what Spirit is showing me is the hamster wheel, right? It's not even like a race, like when I think of it, I see like freeway, it's like a hamster wheel, right? It's time for you to get off of that. And it's time for you to explore the options that are available to you. Don't continue to do what you've always done because you're going to continue to get what you've always gotten. You're at a crossroads right now and you're being faced with not only challenges, but you're being faced with opportunities. And Spirit is saying, which are you going to choose? Are you going to choose the one that's going to keep you in that same position, right? Think of that analogy I use with the red flags I thought was roses, right? And don't just pertain to love. It's just life, period. Some choices we make, it may sound a little bit different. It may lean a little different, but it's the same, right? or we get to choose to step outside of what's comfortable and what we've always known so that we can begin growing and flourishing as these divine beings that we are. And Spirit is encouraging you to do that. It's time to let some people go. There's some people that you've been holding on to that have run their course. It's time for you to let them go. It's time for you to not be afraid to step out on your own 2 feet energetically and to allow the community that is for you in this phase of your life to join you. I'm seeing lots of like girls' trips where you and your girlfriends getting together, going to the beach, going to nature spots, and really just unpacking, right? Unpacking in a safe, loving environment. It's time for you to start creating circles like that where you're the one that says, hey, let's get together. Let's go do this, right? It's time. It's time. Utilize what your soul craves and desires as a roadmap on what to create for others. Okay. Which one? This one or that one? I'm being guided to pull a card for Z. Ooh, that's not the one though. What's for Z, Spirit? What do you have for Z? Dang, this little. You said, hi there. Are these paid? I feel very lost. Yes, they are. They are paid readings, Alex. They are. Click the link in my bio. Join us over here. And how do you guys feel if I were to go on that ticky thing, that tick, 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 tock, 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 that thing, that place, and just did readings? Like have some days where I just get on and do for mini reads. Let me know how you guys will feel about that because there might be some days I'm not gonna commit to it like every first, no, just whenever, right? Just Wednesday live and power hour is the only commitment. That's it. Everything else is gonna be spirit led. But anyways, it says honor the masculine, respecting men, embracing the masculine divine. So what this card is telling me is it's more so not necessarily about you respecting men, but it's about you honoring your divine masculine energy, and that's that action, right? You've been on pause, and Spirit is saying it's time for you to get out of pause, and it's time for you to be in action, right? While still maintaining the balance of your divine feminine energy by nurturing yourself, nurturing your soul. But it's no more about receiving. Ooh, we went dead over there. It's no more about receiving the guidance and then not following it, right? Receiving it and knowing what you're called to do, but not following. It reminds me of when I used to get ready to start getting healthy. I would think about going to the gym. I would see myself at the gym, and it would take me at least a month and a half before I went from that step to actually going to the gym. And so, what you've been in is that stage, and Spirit's like, it's time to stop the planning, stop the thinking, stop that. You got the tools, now take action. Okay. And on the bottom, you have the return of Aphrodite, temple, birth of the goddess, guidance, goddess energy, treating as sacred. So this is what we just talked about, that nurturing and that action together, right? By taking action is the only way you're going to nurture your soul. So it's time for you to just say to spirit, I'm ready, guide me, show me the way, right? And then don't have any expectations of how the guidance is going to come or what the way is going to look like, right? Just, just guide me and then take action. Is there anything else you like to say to Z? Okay. That is all. That is all. So that is your message, Z. Thank you so much for allowing me to serve you. And you guys, the readings are closed, so don't send any more payments in. Um, don't send any more payments in. If you weren't able to send a payment in for a reading, what we can do is do a day where we just get on and we do readings, or you could schedule a phone reading, right? Or text for a phone reading. But the readings are closed, so don't send any don't send any payment for any more readings, okay? Um, let me look and tell you where we are. So, um, Denise, you're next because we answered Shanna's question. You're so welcome, Z. Thank you for allowing me to serve you. Thank you. And thank you for being here. Join us next month too. Staying close is really good. Staying close is really good. And keep us posted. Give us an update on what's going on and what you're doing and how you're shifting and transitioning. It's 11 people on with 8 thumbs up, which is also the number 10. I look funny sitting here, look like, yeah, yeah, yeah. That's how it was. Okay, never mind. Let me stop. Thank you, Anitra. I appreciate you for posting that. Um, let's see. Denise said, yeah, it's a great platform, especially for us frequent scrollers. Are you talking about that other platform over there? That would be cool. Um, okay, so before I go on to Denise, what I'm being called to also say for ooh, for ugh, I hate that. Ugh. Eh. I got this thing about random hair. Eh. Okay. Don't be afraid, Shanna. Don't be afraid. Just do it fearlessly, right? Because here's the thing, when you do it without that fear and you do it with excitement, it's going to elevate the experience that much more, right? So, and this is something to share with everyone that's still on with us. Don't be afraid. Don't do things from a place of fear. You know what I mean? Work through the fear as you're doing it when spirit is guiding you, but give yourself permission to get excited. Give yourself permission to fully trust in the fact that spirit has your back without doubt, because that's going to make the experience that much more enjoyable. And it's not just about the experience itself, it's about the joy accompanied with the experience, right? So, Shanna, for you, in addition to the answer that came through for you earlier, do your next phase, your next level of life from a place of joy and excitement. Release any fear. Spirit has your back if you allow it. So when you know that it's pending on you allowing it, it lets you know that you're in control. And being in control, that just brings me so much joy, because you mean I get to decide. You mean if I choose to be guided and I choose a positive experience, and that's what's going to happen. Like there's no outside source that gets to say, no, you don't, right? That gives me joy and confidence, right? So it's true for all of us. We get to choose. Spirit has our back, and spirit will make a way for us if we allow it. So release any fear, release any doubt, and do it from a place of courage, joy, and excitement. You deserve all the blessings that are coming from this next chapter in your life. Okay. Now I'm hearing Taylor Dane singing. And yeah, there's a message coming in about love in a positive way. This is gonna also take you down the path where love is gonna be a positive thing. So that's all I'm gonna say about that. Okay. So yeah. General for you, Denise. Okay, thank you. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you what they said and how they said it. The reason why I made that face is because of how they said. They were like, still overdoing it, huh? You remember that Juvie song where after everything he said, he would say, huh? That's how they said it. Still overdoing it, huh? But I kind of sound like Yin Yang Twins when I do it. But the way I heard it, it was just like Juvie. Don't know how to sit your ass down, huh? Making yourself think you said, but still really you're doing too much, huh? Stop it. You've also been encouraged to embrace the community that you've been blessed with. There's some things that you're going through, but you don't have to go through it alone. There's a lot that you're carrying in life in general, personal life, career life. You don't have to carry it alone. It's time for you to be authentic with the community that you were blessed with, the community you gifted yourself with. It's time for you to share more. It's also time for you to start looking at motivational speaking again. It's time for you to stop allowing yourself to fall short from what you deserve. You deserve to love you first. Denise, we've been encouraging you to take care of yourself. It's getting serious. They just said, "What we got to do? Knock you upside the head." Okay, and now I feel like going into okay, sis, what they're saying, and they're like, "Nope," because they're like coming a little hard, and I feel like I like to deliver it. as the messenger, not as the channeler. And they said, nope. They look, and I'm doing it anyway, but they're telling me, nope. Okay, so go ahead, do it your way. Denise, it's time for you to stop fucking around. You playing with your health, you playing with your life, you playing with your well-being. How many ways we got to tell you before you get this shit? It's time for you to stop. Stop doing too much. Stop running around when you have no business running around. Take care of yourself. You worried about too many people. You worried about things that don't matter right now. You are what matter right now. You convince yourself that you're doing well, but you're not. Heal mind, body, and soul. Your physical vessel will give out if you don't give it a chance to heal. Your courage is commended, but sometimes that courage can be toxic. Don't sit on your laurels, pray. You don't have to worry about stopping. If you slow down and give yourself an opportunity to breathe, you're never going to stop. We won't let you, and you don't choose that. You're a go getter through and through. But some of the ways you see yourself as accomplishing your goals is toxic. Stop being toxic with yourself. You deserve joy within your own being. You deserve joy within your own soul. You deserve peace and calm frequencies. Okay. So what I received is this is really coming through as a physical message, and then they said tell her, because the way they started to deliver it, it's really about you taking care of your physical vessel. Your body is tired. And no matter how much energy you have in your mind, how much desire you have to keep going, you will burn out. It's time for you to really pause. It's time for you to hold out your hand and allow people to love you, allow people to serve you. It's time for you to say what you require. It's time for you to connect to and build with the community, your soul family community. You've been doing this alone for far too long. And although you have a husband, there's some things that you must venture to do alone. And this aspect of pouring into yourself is one of them. Whew. Okay, they said it like this. They said, look her in her eyes. We are not going to tell you again. Do you understand? I'm trying not to smile. I'm trying not to smile. I'm doing it how you said. No, they just said, take it seriously, Denise. Seriously, we're not going to tell you again. We're not going to tell you again. Those things that you fear will come to pass if you don't get it together. You have to understand that you come first. We're not going to tell you again. It's time for you to get it. It's time for you to get it. It's time for you to get it. We're not going to tell you again. They said, but we will. And you can tell her that, because I'm like, really? You're not going to tell her again? They would like you to get the ramifications of your actions. They saying this is serious. And they said, we know you always joking, Nahkila, but it's serious. It's serious that you get this. And there's this overwhelming feeling in my heart chakra that's coming up as I'm saying this to you. But it feels more like connecting to your energy, like the depths of what's within you. And there really is like this level of fear, as what happens when you slow down. Do it. Do it. And you'll see life gets better. Better. And Denise, go live in the soul family. Denise, start. Are you friends with Sharon and Anitra and Barbara and TK? And I know TK is not in activating you no more, but TK part of the soul. Shamika, like it's time to your community that you blessed yourself with. It's time for you to really be a part of your community. You're loved. You're loved by more than just us that love you because we family, right? You loved. Go on and allow yourself to be loved. Okay. Being told to I'd like you to meditate tonight. Take some deep breaths, and I'd like you to put your hand on your heart chakra, both hands. And then after you've really connected with your soul, with what it feels like, the idea of truly slowing down, I'd like you to then put both hands on your solar plexus and just allow your ancestors to pour power into you. It's time for some serious changes, sis. This came in reverse, and it says a blessing on your sleep. Look at that. It's in reverse. It's in reverse. A blessing on your sleep. You're not allowing yourself rest, but what they're telling me is it's in reverse because it's this serious. It's this serious. If you don't slow down, you are not going to live to see King graduate from high school. That's how serious it is. You are not going to live to see your daughter get married. That's how serious it is. You're destroying yourself from the inside out. And the reason why you don't recognize it is because there's a huge part of you that's still measuring 3D success, right? But when you get in touch with your soul and what your soul feels, that's success. When you feel your energy and how healthy do you feel on an energetic level, that's success. It's time for some shifts, right? It's time for some shifts. We got a group session tomorrow. They got another spot available. If you like me to send you the link, let me know. It's not full. If you like me to send you the link, let me know because I noticed you didn't schedule for group this month. So it's time for you to engage. It's time for you to be all in. Yeah, it's time. Okay. That's your message. I love you and thank you for allowing me to serve you. Let me see what you've been saying. Oh, Anitra said, I'd love to get to know you, Denise. Denise said, thank you, Anitra. Likewise. Denise said, yes, please send the link. I will. I'll send it to you. Yeah. Brittany said, understand, sis. Denise said, yes, understood. Thank you, sister. So yeah, so that's the message that I have for you. And y'all, I'm gonna show you my son, okay? Look, he's standing there waiting. Can y'all see him? Say hi to the people. He's standing there waiting because he said he wasn't a car. But look, he think that little standing there gonna make me move faster. That ain't gonna make me move faster. That'll make me slow down. No, I'm just like it will make me not move faster though. I mean, he said I'm just standing there. So yeah, and Denise said hi, Maj. Your auntie said hi, Maj. Okay, so y'all, real quick, I'm about to go grab a jacket, and while I go grab a jacket, I just got to show you something. Okay, I just got to show you. It's probably just me. It's probably just the inner child in me. But look, it's so pretty. You can't really see because the light ain't shining. They're like little Swarovski crystals. They're so pretty. Look, and here's Mickey. So pretty. They're cupcakes. They're just little cupcakes. They're little cupcakes. Why am I so excited that they're little cupcakes? Because I'm greedy. Yeah, that's my joy. I had to share it with y'all. That's my joy. And then I got real cupcakes in the kitchen. I'm going to have one when I get back home. So, anyways, y'all, that's what I was talking about. Some of y'all probably like, that makes you happy. It does. Yeah, I was, and I forgot because I had a computer. Can you get it for me? So, yeah. I was told to tell you to turn the lights off on your front porch. Is this like a metaphor or is this for real? This is for everybody. Spirit said, tell them turn the light off on their front porch. Is this for real? Like, or is it a metaphor? Okay. Okay, so for some, it's for real. Like for real, turn your light off. If you got your light on because you think it's keeping burglars out, turn it off because you're actually giving them more visibility. But the metaphor, the bigger message for us all is you got to allow yourself to sit in the darkness. You got to allow yourself to sit in the still. You got to allow yourself to be free of every belief, every fear, every desire, every emotion, and just be an empty vessel. That's the only way you're going to feel what's deep in your soul. That's the only way you're going to find those blocks at the root, and that's the only way you're going to feel, hear, and receive spirit. This is why meditation is so important. This is why meditation is so important, because you're giving yourself an opportunity to be in the darkness, the stillness. Remember when I told you that I would start meditating and I would be breathing to the point where the way my breathing would go, I would feel like I wasn't breathing and I really would be scared. Like, okay, where am I going? Am I going to get lost in the ether somewhere? And I would pull myself out of that deep meditative state. Like it's like for real, right? Like you being in that darkness, being in that stillness. We've been taught to fear the dark, but that's really where life is. So turn your light off on your front porch. Shut everything down. Sit in that darkness. Be still. Connect. It's not just about being on the go. It's not just about being on autopilot, right? It's about being in your own frequency. And your true original frequency is that frequency. Anisha, remember when you said the lady was saying you know everything but you know nothing, right? That true frequency is stillness. That's our true frequency. It's stillness. There's so much in the stillness. And the only way we're going to have access to everything is when we can just be still. Right. And the way I'm feeling it and seeing it, it's like in that stillness, like, you know, being still over here. Like I could feel this pillow moving, even though the pillow's not moving. And the eye, I could feel the frequency, you know. And then over here, I could feel Ganesh, and you know what I mean. Just being still, it's like it enhances all of my abilities and all of my powers and all of my gifts, right? To be more aware and more in tune. They saying it to me like it's so profound, but as it's coming out of my mouth, it just sounds like meditate. Damn it, that's how it sounds. But the way they're making me feel it, it feels so profound because they're saying we don't truly understand the weight of it. So we've been slacking. All of us have been slacking. It's time to stop. It's time to create a cycle that's new for yourself, for your generations to come. And your generations aren't just like your physical bloodline. It's also the generation of those that you serve, right? That will then go on to serve. We're the change makers. And I'm hearing Michael Jackson singing Man in the Mirror. Okay. Spirit said, okay, that's all. It's time to go. Um, and listen, you guys, um, let me just say this to you. Um, if you were planning to get a reading today and you weren't able to because I shut it down, let me know. When the video posts, just leave a comment. Don't do it in the chat because I won't see it. Let me know in the comments, okay? Because if you were planning on getting one but you didn't get to get one, what we'll do is a phone reading for the same price, okay? Same option, one question or a general. We'll do that. Okay, so just leave a comment. Let me know. Only if you were planning on it. If you weren't, no worries. Don't, you know. But if you were, because I cut it short, let me know. All right. I love you guys so much. Thank you. And Anitra, thank you again for your excitement. I'm so glad that I did this. And now I'm about to go because I'm excited. I'm going to kick Samaj butt, his girlfriend butt, and her sister butt in some game. Okay. Kicking a butt. Mm-hmm. They finna get stomped, beat down. Love y'all. Have a good night. I'll talk to you later. Oh, you're so patient. You're so patient.